Welcome to the Filasso Rapper channel. Today we are going to talk about stress and how to conquer it. In a short 7 minutes, we will leave you armed and ready to begin the journey of living a stress-free life. Make sure to check out our music video titled Conquering Stress, covering the same topic. The link is in the description. When not in a state of survival, the human experience is dramatically different. The concept of survival refers to the fight-or-flight response that many of us frequently experience. Living in a constant state of stress equates to living in survival mode. Stress disrupts the homeostatic balance of the brain and body. The stress response is an intrinsic mechanism that the body employs to restore equilibrium. However, chronic activation of the fight-or-flight response perpetuates this emergency state, creating a perpetual imbalance that can ultimately manifest as various diseases or systemic breakdowns. No biological entity can endure prolonged emergency conditions without significant repercussions. In survival mode, primitive systems are activated, prioritizing self-preservation. Emotions such as anger, hostility, aggression, competition, frustration, resentment, envy, jealousy, insecurity, fear, anxiety, hopelessness, powerlessness, depression, pain, suffering, guilt, and shame are all products of stress hormones. Psychological disciplines often categorize these as normal human states of consciousness, yet they are, in fact, altered states induced by stress. In this survival state, individuals experience a profound sense of separation and division, both internally and externally. Stress hormones heighten sensory perception and drive materialistic tendencies. In conditions of perceived scarcity or isolation, individuals strive to control, compete, and manipulate outcomes, thereby reverting to a more primal state of being. Transforming these entrenched behaviors is particularly challenging during times of financial hardship, job loss, relationship dissolution, or personal bereavement. Overcoming these emotional states is not easy, yet it is crucial for mental and physical well-being. Educating individuals on how to shift their emotional states and break free from these patterns is essential. A staggering 75% to 90% of individuals seeking healthcare in the Western world do so due to psychological or emotional stress. These types of stress are particularly detrimental as they are not caused by acute physical threats, but by chronic, social, and psychological stressors. The body's stress response, initially adaptive, becomes maladaptive in these contexts, with the constant rush of adrenal hormones fostering an addictive cycle. People often depend on their stressors to sustain their emotional addictions, needing adversarial relationships or unfavorable circumstances to validate their stress-induced emotions. This dependency makes it difficult to change, leading individuals to become addicted to lives they do not enjoy. If cognitive processes alone can trigger the stress response, it follows that one can become addicted to one's thoughts. Chronic stress hormones can influence genetic expression, leading to disease, implying that thoughts can indeed make one ill. This raises the question, if thoughts can induce illness, can they also promote wellness? Research suggests that this is entirely possible. Empowering individuals to regulate their emotional states and manage stress is a profound gift. Overcoming emotional addiction requires perseverance, as the body will crave familiar emotional states much like an addict craves substances. During this transition, the body signals the brain to recall memories or engage in behaviors that reinforce these emotions. Many individuals rationalize their feelings based on past experiences, often embellishing memories to justify their emotional states. Contemporary research on memory reveals that up to 50% of such recollections may be inaccurate, shaped more by current emotional states than actual events. This distortion perpetuates a cycle where individuals relive a misrepresented past, hindering their ability to change. Recognizing that emotions such as hatred, anger, frustration, and resentment harm only oneself is a critical step towards transformation. These emotions biochemically downregulate genetic expression and contribute to disease. When one truly grasps this and resolves to change, Overcoming the emotion linked to past memories transforms those memories into wisdom. This wisdom liberates individuals from their past, offering a new perspective from a higher level of consciousness and readiness for new experiences. Many who undergo this transformation eventually view their past hardships as necessary steps that led them to their current state of enlightenment. They release the past and embrace the future, no longer bound by previous experiences. This realization brings profound freedom and a renewed outlook on life, empowering individuals to break free from the chains of their past and thrive in their present. The intricate dynamics of emotional dependency. The concept of being tethered to negative emotions may initially seem counterintuitive, especially when juxtaposed with well-known dependencies like those on dopamine, pleasure, or instant gratifications such as masturbation or sugar consumption. Yet a deeper examination reveals a compelling psychological phenomenon: the external alleviation of internal emotional turbulence. When individuals encounter emotional distress, their instinct often drives them toward external stimuli to mitigate the discomfort. This might manifest through behaviors like engaging in pornography, gambling, excessive shopping, or indulging in sugary foods. These actions serve as temporary salves, addressing the surface symptoms of an underlying emotional discord. This reliance on external solutions is indicative of a deeper need to regulate one's internal emotional landscape. The key to diminishing the compulsion for these behaviors lies in transforming the emotional state itself. While this transformation might appear formidable, it becomes attainable through a structured approach grounded in understanding and knowledge. The first step in this transformative journey is acquiring new information. Knowledge acts as the precursor to change, empowering individuals with the tools to understand the intricacies of their behaviors and emotional triggers. By comprehending the root causes and mechanisms behind their actions, individuals can demystify the process of emotional regulation. This enlightenment fosters a sense of empowerment as it equips individuals with the cognitive framework necessary for change. The once daunting task of altering one's emotional state becomes a systematic and achievable goal. Armed with scientific insights and a clear methodology, individuals can transcend their emotional dependencies and embrace a more balanced, fulfilling existence. Thus, the journey from emotional dependency to emotional mastery is paved with knowledge and self-awareness. By harnessing the power of information, individuals can liberate themselves from the cyclical patterns of negative emotions and step into a space of empowered self-regulation and emotional autonomy.